Hello everyone, our today's topic is arc phenomenon and different method of arc extinction. Um, Before going to this arc extinction method, I want to tell what is arc and how arc is produced. In our power system, when any fault arises, first relay sends the fault, then it sent to the fault signal to circuit breaker. At that time, circuit breaker start working. When any fault arises in circuit breaker, in circuit breakers moving contact start away from the fixed contact, and in between fixed contact and moving contact arc is produced. But when any no fault condition, then moving contact and fixed contact remain close to each other, there is no air gap. But when any fault occur, there is air gap is arise in between fixed contact and moving contact. In this air gap, air is also present, and in this region the current density is high, so the heat is produced in more amount in that region. Due to the heat production, the ionization of air molecules is occur. Due to this air molecules ionization process, so the arc is developed at that region. Due to the arc developed in that region, the current create its own path, so the current easily flow in the arc region. To reduce the arc, we have to increase the arc resistance, so we decrease the current or we interrupt the current path. There are two principles of there for arc extension. First one, if we develop the potential difference between the fixed contact and moving contact, then we achieve our goal. Second principle is, if we remove the ionized particle in between fixed contact and moving contact, then we improve the arc resistance, so we decrease the current or we interrupt the current path easily. There are also two methods which is very necessary for the arc extension. First one is high resistance method, second one is low resistance, or we can also say that current zero method. In high resistance method, we follow the four method to improve the resistance of arc. So we reduce the current, or we can interrupt the current path. There are four methods. First method is lengthening the arc. Means if we lengthening the arc, then we can achieve the arc resistance high, so current is also reduced, and we finally interrupt the arc. Second method is cooling the arc. Cooling the arc means if we follow any method for cooling purpose of the arc, we can achieve the arc resistance to high. Third point is reducing cross section of arc. If the cross section of arc is that much, if we reduce to that position, then we can also achieve the resistance high. Then splitting of the arc means, in that arc position, if we put 2 or 3 plate, then we divided that arc into different parts. So we in this process also we increase the resistance of arc, and we achieve our goal, means we reduce the current or we interrupt the current path. In BW, we also know that R equal to, in this relationship, we know that if length of the arc is increased, then resistance of the arc is improved, so that we decrease the current. If the cross section area of the arc is decreased, then resistance of the arc is improved, then we can also reduce the current, and also arc is interrupted. This one is our second method to extinguish the arc. That method is low resistance method or current zero method. This method is applicable for only the AC current, because in this method we see that current in AC current only reach its zero position, but in DC current is like that. In AC current reaches zero position, but in DC current is in straight path. Current flows in the straight path. So we use that current zero method for AC only. Before going to this discussion, I want to tell three type of voltage which is required for arc. For arc means this three voltage is associated with the arc. First one is arc voltage. Arc voltage is, this is the voltage which appear in the arc period, means when arc is produced. In this region the voltage is also there. This voltage is called arc voltage. Then restriking voltage. Restriking voltage means it is the transient voltage. Restriking voltage is totally responsible for the arc production. The restriking voltage always want to continue the arc in our system. The recovery voltage means it is the normal voltage when fault already clear. At that time we achieve the recovery voltage, means no fault voltage. We can also call that no fault voltage, or it is the normal voltage which frequency is 50 Hz, which is appear after the final arc extension. Means when arc is removed from our system, then only the recovery voltage is seen in our system. The figure in this figure you already seen that that is the system voltage. This is the fault current, and this is the restriking voltage, and this is the recovery voltage. This is let's assume that we connect the inductive load so that the current lacks the voltage in this figure. When any fault arises in your system, the fault current start to conduct and it reach its zero position. At that time the system voltage voltage reach the 90 degree. In that region the restriking voltages arise, means in that place the transient voltage is appear in our system. This transient voltage or we can say that restriking voltage is very much responsible for our arc production. This voltage always want to continue the arc in our system. When arc extension means final arc extension occur in that region, we found our recovery voltage. Then in our second method, if we develop the dielectric strength between the fixed contact and moving contact, then we fails to develop the restriking voltage in that region, and then the current is interrupted. To achieve the dielectric strength, we also follow two methods. First one, to recombine the ionized particle into neutral molecules. Means when fault occur, the moving contact away from the fixed contact, in that region ionization process is occurs. I already told you in previous. In this ionization region, plus charge and minus charge is also there. We can easily recombine those charges and neutralize those charges also. With this, the dielectric strength also increased. Then second method is, if we remove or sweeping the ionized particle from that region and put the another particle in that region, we can also achieve our goal, or means we can improve the dielectric strength. In two method we can extinguish the arc easily, but the low resistance method is very appropriate method for arc extension. But in high resistance method we cannot easily recommend it, or I can say that it is not the appropriate method for arc extension. There is some difficulties also there in that method, but in low resistance method is very appropriate method for the arc extension. Our second section is about the classification of circuit breaker. That's it.